Have you ever felt like your money just disappears, even when you think you're being careful? You avoid big expenses, do your research before buying, try to save. And still, by the end of the month, your account is in the red. The truth is, what's draining your finances often isn't the big mistakes, it's the small, invisible costs silently piling up in your daily life. This video is a warning. A warning about habits that seem harmless but are actually stealing your money and sabotaging your financial freedom. And the worst part? You don't even notice it. Stick around until the end, because today we're going to reveal what no one talks about and how to take back control for good. Let's start with an uncomfortable truth. Most people only track the obvious expenses: rent, groceries, utility, bills. But the real trap lies in the unnoticed spending, like bank fees, forgotten subscriptions, small impulse buys, waste at home, and even poorly managed time. On their own, they seem harmless. $10 here, 20 there. But added up, the impact is brutal. And since they're silent, you don't feel the blow right away. You only realize it when your money runs out and you can't explain why. That's where invisible costs come in. They don't show up on your statement all at once, but they're buried in the small, automatic choices you repeat daily. Think about this. You subscribe to 3 streaming platforms. You use 2 often, but keep the third one just in case. That just in case costs $8 a month. In a year, that's nearly $100. Now think about a bank account with a maintenance fee. $4 a month. Sounds like nothing, right? But that's nearly $50 a year just to let your money sit there. These amounts alone aren't shocking, but added together, they reveal a dangerous pattern. And the worst part, most of these charges come from things you no longer use, but you keep paying out of habit, neglect, or laziness. That's not saving. That's money silently leaking away. Another major invisible cost is your time. Yes, misused time is expensive. Think with me. How much time do you lose every month fixing problems that could have been avoided with a bit of planning? A late bill leads to a fine. A forgotten appointment leads to double the work. Hours in traffic from poor scheduling leave you exhausted, unproductive, and often spending more just to save time. Life's busyness hides this cost, but every minute poorly used can become a real expense, emotionally, physically, or financially. So it's not just about managing your money. You need to manage your life, because lost time is stealing your money too. Now let's talk about emotional cost. And yes, it directly impacts your wallet. When you're stressed, anxious, or frustrated, your brain seeks quick relief, and that often shows up as consumption. It's the classic, "I deserve this" after a bad day. An impulse buy, takeout instead of a planned meal, a trip to the mall just to look around. The problem isn't the spending itself, it's how often it happens. When consumption becomes emotional anesthesia, it becomes a disguised escape. And every escape costs you. The invisible cost isn't just in the price of what you buy, but in the emotional loop you repeat without realizing. Let's go even deeper. There's also the opportunity cost, what you miss out on by not acting strategically. That money sitting idle in your checking account. It could be earning returns. That business idea you keep putting off. It could be generating income by now. That course you didn't take because it seemed too expensive. It could be doubling your income today. Opportunity cost is silent but destructive. It doesn't show up as an expense, but as a lack of progress. And that's dangerous because it creates the illusion of safety while you stagnate. If you want to grow, you have to look not just at what you're spending, but at what you're not building. Now that you understand what invisible costs are, what should you do? First, visibility. Open your eyes to the numbers. Review all your subscriptions, services, and bank fees. Do a personal audit. Second, simplify. Cut what you don't truly use. Replace them maybe someday with, "Is this really worth it?" Third, emotional control. Learn to tell the difference between needs and impulses. Use consumption as a tool, not an escape. And fourth, treat your time like your most valuable asset. Plan your day. Prioritize what matters. Automate what you can. Your time is your greatest resource. Treat it as such. And finally, change the question you ask when you spend. Instead of asking, "How much does this cost?" start asking, "What is this really worth?" Value goes beyond price. It involves impact, longevity, return, and purpose. When you adopt this mindset, invisible costs start to fade. You stop being a victim of your own habits and start using your money with intention, strategy, and freedom. Because what you unknowingly save might be exactly what's keeping you stuck. And no one deserves to work hard only to feel trapped. If this video opened your eyes, hit the like button, share it, and leave a comment below. What's the biggest invisible cost you've discovered in your life? Let's share our stories. Because the more we understand what's truly draining our money, the more power we have to take control with more clarity, balance, and most of all, freedom. See you in the next video.